So I've wanted to come to Madrid for a long time because of a couple paintings in particular that I've wanted to see here. Most of our airplanes seem to be here for a soccer game. Importantly, the sweater I'm wearing is not a Christmas sweater. I wore this to work all day long. People ask me why I had a sweater on, like a Christmas sweater on. And going through passport control, the border guy asked me in Spanish why I had a Christmas sweater on. It's just a red sweater. It was midday when we arrived, and we asked the hotel for a lunch recommendation. He said, go to the Mercado San Miguel. The Mercado was like an open tapas market, very popular. Luckily, the beer line wasn't too long.
Not sure what any of this is, because it's just a sample plate. So. That's good.
Do you have any idea what it is?
Nope, but it's barbecue sauce on top.
Nice. Salud.
Salud.
The craziest lunch of the day. We met up with our Palace tour group at their office, which is conveniently just a block or two away. The Palace is one of the largest and most opulent in Europe, and it's super impressive. And for people like ourselves who appreciate an over-the-top clock, there are some good ones here. The coat of arms of the Spanish monarch is topped off by a crown and encircled by a golden fleece. Both are on display here in the palace. The current palace was the result of extensive rebuilding in the 18th century after a fire destroyed the 9th century Alcazar built during Muslim rule. We'll see hints of that older structure in a moment. The Cathedral of Almudena. Outside the cathedral, crews are cleaning up the floral display from the festival of Our Lady of Almudena, which we just missed. Notice the signs reminding revelers of the flood victims in Valencia, reminding the Madrileños that they need us. There's a service underway inside, so we didn't linger. Out behind the cathedral, this massive wall is one of the few remaining structures associated with that old Islamic palace. An outdoor performance starts the evening. In La Puerta del Sol, a crowd has gathered in protest in front of the office of the president, demanding accountability for what they feel has been inadequate government response to the disaster in Valencia. So this is our first bite of the proper Spanish ham. I admit I asked a lot of questions when I was ordering, and I'm not 100% sure if I ordered jamón ibérico or jamón serrano. I think they're both good. The Iberico costs more than twice what the Serrano does, so if it's that, I bet it's good. It's phenomenal, of course. Imagine the taste of acorns that the pigs were eating. The jamón was an appetizer. For dinner, we'd go to the top of this market to a restaurant with the suggestive name Once Nudos. Jamie jumped in with confidence, ordering the steak tartare and bone marrow.
This is supposed to be your bone marrow, with your steak and your sage. That's good.
We found a place online that looked good for breakfast. It was popular and there was a bit of a line, but boy, was it worth it.
So it's toast, their homemade butter, and then an egg. I'm not entirely sure how to eat it, because I thought you just dipped, but you get a spoon. That's good.
So I ordered the V60 drip coffee, and they brought over some bags, and you pick which kind. I picked the Ethiopian one. It's absolutely amazing. Super bright, super fresh. Life-changing coffee. Our next stop was one of the big reasons I wanted to come to Madrid in the first place. One of the world's greatest art museums, the Prado. A significant portion of the Prado's vast collection was amassed by King Philip IV. Two of his favorites were Rubens and Velázquez. The Prado owns more than 90 Rubens paintings, the largest collection of works by that artist anywhere. Philip's court painter Velázquez didn't hide his corrections like this horse's foot, humanized low-status court entertainers, and produced the great enigmatic work Las Meninas. At the suggestion of a friend from work, we downloaded the Rick Steves audio tour of Madrid, and we're about to take the tour. We're in the Puerta del Sol, and this is where it starts and ends. The tour is great. Rick Steves introduces the city, brings in the perspectives of a couple of experts, and very quickly brings you over to La Mallorquina, a tasty and very crowded bakery.
Okay. This is the apple flavor. That is good.
Was it worth the super huge line?
The line wasn't bad. It's just you have to get in the building, right? Because there's like lots of people at the counter. You can't just be at the door. You gotta like make your way in. And then, you know, they can handle a crowd. So it went pretty quick, I think, all in all. I don't like crowds, but this is good.
After the bakery, Rick walks us through the ham varieties en route to La Torre del Oro, a bullfighting-themed bar in the Plaza Mayor. In a moment of calm and quiet, unusual for Madrid, the tour takes us over to the convent of Corpus Christi, where the sisters ordinarily sell cookies. Not today, unfortunately. Bummer. This 15th century doorway may be the oldest in the city. Cool. After the historic city hall, the tour carries on back to the cathedral and the palace, where we've already been. Across the street, we head to the Plaza Oriente, past the statues of ancient Visigothic kings of Spain. Then the centerpiece of the park, this statue of Philip IV. It may look a little familiar. After our tour, we made our way across town to catch a flamenco show. The show was great, and afterwards we headed out, and then, look at that, Jamie found a beer bar. Let's pop in. So this is a beer called Coronel Mostaza, which is Colonel Mustard. This is an IPA made with mustard seeds. It's not bad. It's just like a malty IPA. I can't really taste the mustard seeds. It's our last day in Madrid, and the main thing on the agenda today, after some coffee of course, is the Reina Sofia, the museum housing Picasso's great masterwork, Guernica. Yes. We got here at opening time, went straight to Guernica, and there's already a crowd. The painting was made in response to the bombing of the Basque town of Guernica during the Spanish Civil War by Nazi forces in support of Franco's fascists. The painting was displayed in 1937 in the International Exhibition in Paris, intended to call attention to the horrors of the war. That exhibition and works from it are central to the collection displayed around Guernica in the museum. Wrapping up the weekend on a quiet note, we took a casual wander around the botanical garden.
I think we walked all the way around it.
In an unexpected surprise, we came across this little gallery space in the botanical garden where these incredible drawings of trees were on display. And with that, we wrapped up our weekend and headed home.